W5. Right from the beginning, he had the talent and an ability to sing with emotion and the drive to become a star. For Michael Buble, early on, that meant taking any gig, from talent shows to conventions, singing telegrams to lounge acts, and then one booking. Singing at the wedding of former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney's daughter led to an introduction to a big Hollywood music producer, and that led to an album, which led to incredible sales and awards, to winning Juno Awards, and now hosting the Junos, all driven by The Voice. But when Beverly Thompson interviewed Michael Buble for W5, she found an artist in transition from a bad boy crooner with the good looks to something new.
In the entertainment capital of the world, everyone here is hoping to catch a glimpse of the rich and famous. But we know where to look for one of our own. On the outskirts of Los Angeles, behind a sprawling rehearsal studio, we're hanging out with Bertie boy Michael Buble as he works out the kinks with his new band. It's hard to resist his smooth vocals and clean-cut good look. A modern-day Frank Sinatra, Buble has sold over 40 million albums. Known for covering the classics, Buble has traditionally relied on familiar tunes, but these days, it's all about the new single.
I don't know why you think that you could love me and couldn't get by yourself.
It's a Beautiful Day is just one of Buble's latest original songs.
You've been putting out albums almost every couple of years. What separates this album in your mind?
I wanted to make a record that was different and distinct because I felt like if I just made the same record that people would say, okay, I've got 5 of your records already, why am I buying the 6th? So I wrote a little bit more, I stretched a little bit more.
Bruce Allen is here today, Buble's legendary manager. He's overseen the careers of Bryan Adams, Anne Murray, and Jan Arden. Allen and Buble have a lot riding on the success of this single.
Kind of less the feel of bum, 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 bum.
They are gearing up for a world tour.
Eminem, Lose Yourself. Right, I know you've been doing that.
Allen's been with Buble for 10 years. What's the biggest change he's noticed?
Almost like fun. Before there was no balance. Before when you're trying to make, you're just grabbing at everything, so you just plow ahead. But it was 10 years ago now. So I think now he's in control of his career, and we're trying to make it work for him. And it's tough.
It's tough because his fans can't have all of him anymore. The crooner who makes women swoon the world over finally married the woman of his dreams, Louisiana Lopalato, an Argentinian supermodel and actress who stars in one of his most popular music videos, Haven't Met You Yet. They tied the knot twice. Separate weddings in Buenos Aires and Vancouver. And they've announced to the world that she's pregnant. It's a boy.
It was awesome. I pumped my fist. I mean, I think I high-fived my wife, which is not romantic.
It's just happiness.
I think for 4 days I would say to her, I mean, literally every 15 minutes I'd go, we did it. Babe, we did it. We did it. We're badasses. So.
And some lullabies, I think, in the future.
Yeah, I can't wait to sing to the dummy. And, you know, it was cute. When we were about a month in, and my wife said to me one night in bed, she said, Mila, come and sing to the baby. And so I came, you know, to her belly and I sang, everybody loves a baby, that's why I'm in love with you. Pretty baby, pretty baby. And it was so romantic and so wonderful. And she started laughing at me, and I looked and I said, what, honey? And she said, the baby can't hear nothing. He's like smaller than a peanut. So she was actually just too dry. She was just bugging me. She was just making a fool of me. So it was really cute. Something my wife would do for sure. She thought it was hilarious.
That's hysterical.
But now the baby can hear me. Now the baby is not just a little penis. It has ears, and it's going to be cool.
Before Buble was singing lullabies 10 years ago, W5 went on the road with the then 27-year-old Michael Buble. Back then, he was struggling to prove he was more than just a lounge singer. He was before his star really took off, so we asked him to really think about his future.
When we interviewed you when you were 27, we asked, actually, I think we've got a clip of maybe.
Really?
Yes, and we asked you who you thought you might be 10 years from now.
Look at my hair. 37 years old. I hope that I'm successful in my life.
Very serious, Mr. Buble.
I hope I'm a good dad. I hope I'm a good husband. I look at my dad and my grandpa, and they were never famous, and they never sold any records. And they're the most successful men that I know. And if I can be half the men that they are, then I'm doing okay.
I still feel the same way.
Buble's grandfather, Mitch Santaga, inspired his love of music.
I was just doing this 2 days ago.
Is that right?
Same place, same record player. He looks good.
You know what I like? Looks really good. Well, he's I wanna be around.
Took a pieces.
Does he still have his album?
Yep.
You never seem to run my mind.
This is what I love.
The only time you hold me is when we're dancing. I don't know why.
I love you like I do.
I don't know why. I just do.
Isn't that?
That's awesome.
But the fact that you're at the stage of life that you're in, your grandfather is still alive, and you can still do that with him. How did your family respond to you about to become a dad?
So happy. We're all so happy, and it's a wonderful time. I'm so happy that I'm having a kid because I really want my son or daughter to sort of know that man, and not from pictures, you know, but in a personal way, you know. Oh man, I can't believe this has never happened to me in an interview in my life.
But it's your grandpa.
But it's my grandpa. Yeah, I love that they get to see this, and I hope that he's around for a lot longer.
Just last year, Grandpa Mitch had a heart attack and almost died. That scare, losing his lifelong best friend, put all his fame and record sales into perspective. Now, with the baby on the way, this Bee Gees classic has new meaning for the dad-to-be.
Honestly, my number one thing is my wife healthy and happy? Is the baby healthy and happy? Am I going to be a good dad? All those things. That's my priority. And the truth is, if I sell 10 million copies or 10 copies, I have bigger fish to fry, and that is the truth. I have bigger fish to fry, and it's been difficult. I think it's difficult on some of the people that I work with.
It's been especially difficult for his manager, Bruce Allen.
Tours can be drudgery. They can be drudgery. Night after night, 5 nights a week, out there for 8, 10 months at a time. That's tough. It won't be that way this time. He's got the tour laid out the way he wants it. I've laid it out the way he wants it for him. He's got the baby coming. He wants 3 weeks on, 2 weeks off, which fiscally isn't the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. But to make his life better, he's making things work for him.
Love somebody the way I love you.
Aware of your time and what you want to do.
I am. I know that. I know. Just wait. This is the first kid. There's going to be 16.
Burnaby, British Columbia, the son of a fisherman dreaming of singing with the Rat Pack. Today, Buble spends most of his time in Los Angeles. His house is tucked away up in East Hollywood Hills. The neighborhood is a sharp contrast to his modest upbringing. Does Buble worry about raising a celebrity baby?
I couldn't sleep last night. I slept 2 hours thinking about all this stuff, yeah. I just want to be a good dad, you know. I want to be there for my kid, and I want to be there for my wife, and I don't think I can live the way that I live now if I want to do that.
You're talking about something much bigger in terms of a lifestyle change.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're not going to leave us in the public.
I don't know. I just know that I don't think I can do it the way I'm doing it now. I mean, I've already changed my touring schedule. I was gone 9 months of the year, and so I just don't want to do that anymore. I just have no interest, really. My wife wants to work. She loves to work, and so if that's what she wants, she can go and do that, and I'll be the set dad.
Seriously? The stay-at-home dad?
I love it, yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't mind that at all. Not at all. I mean, listen, I know I'm going to work and I'm going to get out there and do the things, but I can't do it at the level I'm doing it at now. It's just, there's no, I can't be a good dad, so I'm going to start fighting for my time just as we speak.
My kids suffer for that, but that was the business. The business is your mistress, unfortunately. So that's the way it is.
Only time will tell if Michael Buble can stay in the spotlight and still be the superstar husband and father he really wants to be. Michael Buble is everybody's favorite crooner. W5 has got a backstage pass at his LA rehearsal studio. Buble has it all. Movie star good looks, stunning new wife, 40 million record sales, and he even owns his own hockey team, the Vancouver Giants. But he's the first to admit that when fame struck, it went straight to his head.
It's beautiful.
I think what I had my biggest problem with is that I was insecure, and that because of that insecurity, I was reckless with people's hearts, and I could be just kind of a jerk.
That insecurity stemmed from how he was initially marketed, as a mom crooner or the housewife's favorite. During his 2003 tour, Buble was working hard to bust that clean-cut image.
We make people horny. We're like big walking oysters. And I just want to be sure that if you showed up tonight and your husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend or boyfriend and boyfriend or girlfriend and girlfriend, I want to watch you later. This is going to be good. I can tell you it's going to be good.
The ladies love Buble as much as he loved the ladies. What if he lets this woman grab his legs and ease her hands up his thighs?
Kept saying, take it off, take it off. And I said, well, I'm not going to take it off, but you want to touch it? I said, so she said, yes, I do. So I stood up, and she really grabbed me. It's okay, it could be worse, you know. Oh, this is easy.
Was he trying too hard to prove he's just one of the boys?
Okay. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
I have said this before many times, Lana. I would like to be able to see through clothing.
Is there still a bad boy in Michael Buble?
No, there always was. Worse than you possibly imagined. And there still is. I'm just a boy. I'm from Burnaby.
This is Miss Emily Blunt. Emily, you look beautiful tonight.
Thank you so much.
Before the bad boy settled down, Buble was dating English actress Emily Blunt. She starred in the movie The Devil Wears Prada.
I don't understand why it's so difficult. You're everything.
The two eventually split up amid rumors Buble was unfaithful.
You're everything.
What did you learn, do you think? What do you learn about yourself to get, because it gets you to the point that you get into a good relationship from heartbreak?
If it hadn't happened, if I hadn't got to that point of, of feeling that way, I don't think I ever would have really changed. You need to admit certain things to yourself, or you're going to be a rich, lonely old dude with an 18-year-old girlfriend who is boinking, a bunch of your buddies behind your back. Yeah.
Bad story.
Are you allowed to say that?
Michael Buble!
Buble's romantic life may have evolved, but the one constant in his career has been his Canadian pride. Even after he won an American Music Award, check out his cheeky speech.
While you Americans are sitting getting fat, us Canadians are ready to take over. You knew it! We're plotting. We've got Bieber, Celine, me, Atlantis. Nickelback is very strong, very strong. Treachery Hip and Jim Carrey, all together, coming for you. You're absolutely when we come.
I think there's really something special about being Canadian. I mean, I don't know. Someone once said that we're a nation of observers. And I really believe that to be true, because, we're this small little country next to this gigantic behemoth, and I love the fact that we watch and we learn and we can mimic, but at the same time, we're very distinct.
Buble sure proves he's a mimic in his 2010 music video, Hollywood, a parody of celebrity culture.
Could you be a teenage idol?
There's no doubt Buble is mocking fellow Canadian superstar Justin Bieber, the latest fallen teen idol.
When we look at some of the kid stars in the States, we say, oh, I hope they don't do what that person did or get off on the wrong track, because celebrity is difficult to deal with at the best of times.
Well, Justin's going to make those mistakes, and he is making those mistakes. And he is doing things that make us all, cringe. The same way I did things that made us cringe.
These days, seems like the pop sensation is losing it. Showing up barely dressed at airport security. Collapsing at one of his concerts. Screaming at paparazzi. Dangerous driving. Did Bieber become too famous, too fast?
I'll be honest with you, I think he's doing 100 times better than I would have done at his age.
But the way a lot of people are today because of social media, because of YouTube, there's a difference between instant fame, don't you think?
Yes.
And working to the point that you had to work to get the recognition.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you the difference. I met Justin Bieber on my Christmas special, and he was polite. I said I was proud of him, that I was thrilled that a fellow Canadian had done so well, and he said, "Something, yeah." And that was it. He was this 18-year-old cool kid, and Carly Rae Jepsen was on the show last year, and she's 28. She struggled for 10 years. She played the clubs, and she was a completely different person. She was. You could tell the difference. You could tell that she was. I remember one of the first things she said. She said, "Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm doing this." I think it's a good thing to struggle. I think it's a good thing to fight and to realize how lucky you are. I just know that for me, I'm so glad that it took me that long. I learned about how lucky I was and not to take it for granted.
Do you remember a moment in your career where you said, I actually think I've made it? Like, I'm here now.
No, I still don't feel like I'm
Really?
No. No, isn't that weird? I don't, I don't. I'm still on the outside looking in.
How could you be on the outside looking when you had so many experiences?
Because I'm still the underdog. I mean, I've sold all those records, and I do good business, but I'm still never on the cover of People magazine. Never been asked to sing at the Grammys. I've won 3 of them, but one day David Foster called the guy who basically books the Grammys, and he asked him if I would be on the Grammys that year, and the man retorted. He said, "He's not even on our radar." So?
Ouch.
But that's okay. I mean, I've learned to deal with that stuff, and I like to think of myself as a grinder. I know that sounds weird, but it's a hockey term, you know? It's a grinder. It's like you're a fourth-line player. You go and you put your head down, and you might not be the most talented or the best looking or the, you know, the biggest, but you just work your butt off. Sometimes those guys can finish first. It's just that the race is a little bit longer.
Whatever the race, commercial success, marriage, fatherhood, the record shows Michael Buble is doing it his way.
It's a big week for Michael Buble, from hosting the Juno Awards to his latest album, To Be Loved, being released in Canada and the U.S. We'll be right back.